Madan, you've been also doing a lot of good work. We've had you on the show before also. And Madan's story, if I share with you, he was a journalist who actually went to rural areas and he found out the lack of awareness, the lack of access to sanitary pads. And then he actually set up his own company to do work like that. So, anything that you would, tell us what you've been doing since we last met?
Yeah, so I mean, I would say, India News Foundation also doing great work. We had worked together. It's been more than 10 years. We have reached out to more than 30 million women across the country for menstrual hygiene, ITV Foundation. And on this show in Mumbai also, we had discussed that during these reaching out to more than 30 million women across the country, we realized there is a lot of time to time there is a lot of need required. Like earlier there was no use of sanitary pad. Now there are a lot of sanitary pad, but the problem is the sanitary waste. Sanitary waste management is going to be a problem for the entire world. The UN from governments, they all are worried about it because the women disposes 380 kilogram of sanitary waste in their lifetime. Now our company Shiving's Personal Care, what we have done an innovation which is first in the world. We realize now the girls are starting their periods at the age of 11 and 12, number one. And while doing these research and innovation, what we realized, a 12-year-old girl child, she never uses the same face cream and face shampoo which a 45-year-old mother uses. Their face creams are different, their face shampoo brands are different, their lingerie brands are different, but they're being forced to use same sanitary product. If we look at the menstrual hygiene's 5 days, like the period's 5 days, each day has a different reaction to your body, number one. Each girl has a different they have a different sort of a periods, like one will have a heavy bleeding, another one will have a very medium bleeding. So what we have done an innovation is, somebody who is 12 or 13-year-old, their skin requires a different product. So Shivings has launched world's first minor-friendly sanitary pad. And when it comes to the women's body, if you see, during the 5 days, even the flow, mood, skin, they all are different. So why they were being forced to use the same product? Now we have uses 100% viscose. The madam is there, she's a gynecologist. You see, plastic plays a very, I would say, adverse role in your reproductive system. 10 out of 7 girls these days in my family, in your, in your neighborhood, they go through PCOD, ovarian cyst, UTI, infertility.
Right.
This is because we are using harmful product which is made of 100% PP, plastic. So, the now innovation is something which our personal care or healthcare industry needs. Now we can't go with these young girls who are, who knows everything. They have internet. So girls are more educated, they're more aware. It's not about hygiene. What product they are using and what are going to be the repercussion of the product. It is more important because using 20 years for this, then you're going for an infertility treatment.
Yeah.
We need to have a cure
Stop it at first. So you just be awareness, I think, is very important.
Very, very important.
And issues that you are dealing with in terms of not just menopause, but menopause also you had raised. Do you help educate women on menopause?
Priyaji, I want to tell all the viewers who are watching India's most popular show, We Women Want.
Thank you.
The first thing is knowledge is very, very important now because all the girls or women who uses internet for the information, please don't go on internet. The gynec also suggests before you enter in their room, please leave out your internet information. Because more and more women are working today, these days, women empowerment is incomplete without a good women health, good personal hygiene health. And that's the barrier. A poor menstrual health is a barrier to women empowerment. A woman, either she's a domestic help or anyone, she'll take 4 or 5 days leave every month if she's not keeping her mind and body well. So first thing is, even if you have anyone around your family, maybe you can start charity, or I would say you can start this feeling of goodness within your house, around the house or society. Please take care of your women health, your personal hygiene. And 75%, still 70, we are in 2023. We started this campaign. In fact, Government of India started a very focused campaign from 2014. Still there are 75% women in India who don't have access to sanitary product.
Wow.
75% women. And the consumer, if you look at the brand and the advertisers, they have a very, they have made a very different perception about the product. They are selling out a product, right? They are not doing any charity. So the consumer need to be very aware that which product need to be used, which not to be used. So whatever I would say, women who are going into menopause, they need to be very, very careful, because then there is a set of mood and set of lot of behavioral changes comes out. So if you have a, certain or a gynecologist or a doctor, you please visit them rather than, asking the information or taking information from the internet, because sometimes this information is toxic. Information has become problem.
So half-baked information is not necessary. But there's also something that occurred to me, which is true, because a lot of us are now, saying he is not such a bad thing.
So I want to add on something to this, Priyaji. All the working women who are watching this show, recently we had one survey with Indian police officers, women in uniform. So working women, especially all the working women, they have a very less intake of water. They purposely take less water.
Very good point.
Because they know that they have to go for loo, right? And now in our Indian system, especially the government Indian system, all the toilets were made in keeping in mind men's viewpoint. So you go to any office, you will not find toilets there in keeping in mind women's perspective. Even in the private sector also. So we are advocating towards personal toilets for women, number one. Please take more and more water, because that's something, very, very important for you. And, as madam said rightly, whenever you are going to washroom, you need to have a lot of water there also. Use public washroom, but with very care. But please don't avoid water, because if you will avoid water, then this might create a lot of problem.
I think that's very well said, and a very basic and a very good point. In fact, we had a show with politicians also who were saying that before a rally, we don't have water, women politicians, because pata nahi kahan ja payenge. So this is an issue which is, but I've noticed a lot of, couple of washrooms maybe in the city now have sanitizers for the toilet seats, because they've also realized that you have to take care of the women's needs also. But thank you for this conversation. It's been very educational. I've learned a lot, and I hope so have you. So we'll see you again same time next week. But in the meantime, take care, stay safe and be healthy.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.